everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the all-new 2019 Honda Civic. This particular one is in the Sport Touring package, but as always we'll do a quick walk around on the vehicle and then go over all of the features and then take it out to see how it drives as well. And then big shout out and thank you to Stockton 12 Honda for providing us with the vehicle. If you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, but let's just get right into the video. Under the hood here, we have a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged motor. It goes through a CVT transmission. That's going to be good for 177 pound-feet of torque and 180 horsepower. Fuel economy numbers are going to be 30 miles per gallon around town and then 36 on the highway with 33 combined. Then this particular color is called polished metal. I really love the look of it. But to finish things up on the front, you get those signature LED lights. They do have LED accent lights down below, and then you have the blacked out grille that comes with all these sport trims that Honda does, so it gives it a more sporty appearance and it makes it look a lot better overall. I love the black and then with the gray as well. Just walking around to the side, we can see the nice rims. They have a really good finish to them, and they kind of go over the overall theme of this car. And then I can give you a good side profile of the car as well, so you can see what it looks like overall. And then popping around to the back so you can see the hatchback look. Definitely a really popular package on the Civics is to go for the hatchback. Now coming around back, this is the key fob that we get for the Honda Civic. It's similar to the key fob on all the other Hondas, but if we lock the car and then hold down the remote start button, it'll take a moment, but then it'll do the remote start function, and then you'll hear that turbocharged 1.5 liter start right up. And then if you press it again, you can turn the car right off. If you hold down the other release button on the key fob, then you can unlock the trunk of the car. We can pop around back right here. It is a hydraulic lift function on this Sport Touring trim, but there's tons of storage space back here. You get some mats there, and you can fold down those seats if you need more storage, but the hatchback is definitely the route to go if storage is important to you. Now, coming around to the side here, we can see the door that has this nice leather paneling on the sides. It's kind of like a cream color, and then you get little speakers that are right there. They look really cool, but the seats have these nice leather bolsters on them, and then again with that cream back there, you do get heated seats in the back with the Sport Touring, but there's actually a good amount of legroom even though this is a smaller sized car, and then you can pull that armrest down for some cup holders. Coming around to the front, you get that same really nice paneling with the cream colored leather, and then you do get your window controls right here, and then you have your mirror adjustment controls as well. And then if you pop down to the seat, you have all your controls for the power adjustments on the seat. And over here, these are your controls to turn off the lane departure assistance and then the forward collision warning, and then you have your electronic stability control as well. Stepping in, the step-in height on it's actually really good, but we can see all of the controls on the steering wheel right here for your adaptive cruise control. And then on the other side, you have all of your controls for the radio and then the center stack as well. To start up the Sport Touring, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake and push the push start button. The gauges will do a little bit of a sweep, and then it does kind of a cool animation for you. I love the tachometer on a lot of these new Hondas. It looks really good. But like I said, that little center thing, you can use that to customize the little center screen here. I'm just gonna leave it to be a speedo, but something that I like to see, like the tachometer. So if you give it a little bit of revs, just the animation that it does when it goes up looks really good. Coming over to the center screen right here, this is one of the touchscreens that Honda uses. This is the prior unit, so it's not the brand new unit that's in some of their newer products, but response time on it's still really good, and you can still do all the same stuff: texting, calling, Bluetooth, radio, all that kind of stuff through this touchscreen, so it's a really good unit. And then if we do pop the car into reverse, the backup camera will pop up. You get some trajectory lines, and just like all the other Hondas, you have some different angles that you can look at through this backup camera. You can zoom in right down where a receiver hitch would go, but it's just really good. The camera overall and the quality on it's actually good as well. Another really cool feature that goes along with the camera system in this car, so when you turn on the right turn signal, it actually gives you a camera that's mounted on the right side mirror. So that's a place where there's a lot of blind spots, and it's cool that they gave you a little camera there just to help out with making turns. Finishing things down below, you do get your controls for the dual zone climate. These are like your analog controls, and then you have your controls for the heated seat just below that. And then down below that you have all of your controls here. So like you can connect your phone up via these little ports down there. It's kind of hard to see just because of the lighting. And then if we go a little bit further down, we have our shifter, and it does have a dual shift mode with the shifter. So if you do want to shift the gears yourself, so you do have these paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel to shift the gears yourself. And then you do get an eco mode to save on gas, and then your electronic parking brake. We do get cup holders down here, this little center console, plenty of storage space, and they give you little things to store stuff on top of, but you can see down below there's a lot of storage space down there as well. Finishing things up on the interior, I really like these seats, especially up front. They have these nice bolsters on them, and I love the cream color on the inside, so like the black and the cream, it just looks really good, the contrast between the two. And the seats just have a really good appearance overall. And you do get this carbon fiber trim around the interior, so it gives it a sportier appeal. You do get a gigantic glove box actually, so you can store tons of stuff in here. And then popping up top, you do get a nice sunroof. The controls are over here. It's gonna be hard to see because of the lighting, but you do get your sunroof controls over there, so that will give you a little bit of extra light into the cabin. Finishing things up overall in the interior, I actually really like this cabin. They've got a lot of soft touch materials, and they use some nice materials overall, so it's just a good looking cabin. But let's just get right into the drive portion so we can see how the new Civic drives. Setting off here in the 2019 Honda Civic Sport Touring, and like I said, I picked this one out because a lot of people like the hatchback styling, and there's not a lot of manufacturers that are offering hatchbacks in the US anymore, and so this definitely is a more unique car. Initial ride quality and handling, it actually rides pretty smooth. It's not as smooth as the Accord, and I'm assuming that's because of the shorter wheelbase, but it actually handles a little bit better, and that is going to be due to this car being a little bit smaller. We are going to go on the interstate just to get a little bit of an acceleration, also see how this handles on the interstate ride quality wise as well. We are going to get our acceleration right now. And it actually accelerates very quickly. That turbocharged 1.5 liter is a very, very strong engine for this car. It isn't a big size car at all, so it doesn't need a huge amount of power. Ride quality on the highway is pretty smooth. There is a little bit more road noise in this car is what I'm noticing. And so, you know, compared to like the Accord, for example, there doesn't seem like there's as much sound deadening on the highway. That being said, this is still a car that you could commute with on a regular basis. It'd still be really comfortable, and it's not like the sound is too crazy where it's super annoying. To sum things up overall, where this kind of stands in the lineup, if you don't need as much space that the Accord has, for example, since this is a little bit smaller car, but you want that hatchback versatility, you want something that looks a little bit sportier, that's a little bit cooler, and still gets really good fuel economy numbers and drives really well, this is the one to go for. This is kind of like the sportier vehicle in Honda's lineup, and you can go up to, you know, like the Civic Si or the Type R if you want to go crazy, but I think that this Sport Touring is definitely a happy medium between something that's super good that you could drive on a daily basis, but then it's also a ton of fun to drive as well. And there we have it, everyone, the 2019 Honda Civic. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and as always, if you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and then big shout out and thank you to Stockton 12 Honda for providing us with the vehicle today. But I will see all of you in that next video.